Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wisconsin Rapids for Legion Baseball. Glad to be back with you here for Legion Baseball this summer. It's going to be a good one to start things off. It is the Wisconsin Rapids Post 9 Rangers and Everest Post 492 here tonight. Steve Maves alongside Braden Sutter from beautiful Wisconsin Rapids for this Conference Legion matchup. Wisconsin Rapids coming off of a nice 7-3 win on the banks of the Wisconsin River last night at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. Everest's first conference game taking place here tonight. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. It is, as it is every year, it is going to be a very quick 5 to 6 weeks of Legion baseball before we get into the regional, which will be held here the second to last week of July. And then the state tournament is going to be held at historic and beautiful Buchholz Park in Stevens Point the last weekend of July and the first couple days into August. So it's going to be a quick moving summer, as it seems to be every year. And with the way that the WIA scheduled the season for high school sports, it got pushed back, I guess, a week. So this is, of course, the week of the WIA state tournament for baseball, which is usually happens a week earlier. So we'll go into what happened today and what happened yesterday with a lot of upsets in Division I for the state tournament, and then what happened today for some of our local teams, and then what is scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday as well. These are two teams that we have covered for quite a few years, and two teams that know each other very well, especially the starting pitchers, Cole O'Brien for Everest and Brett Simonson for Post 9 Wisconsin Rapids. When these two teams met up in the spring, it was Carter Miller. Carter's going to be DHing today, who got the win on the mound for Everest en route to the Evergreens Wisconsin Valley Conference Championship this year. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Lady Evergreens, who made it to the state tournament this year and lost to Kenosha Bradford. Kenosha Bradford, of course, then fell to Kaukauna in the state championship game. But a lot of unbelievable pitching at the state tournament this year for softball, as well as for baseball this week in Appleton. We'll wait here just a moment as the coaches get ready to meet with our umpires. Then we're going to be underway. We got a couple of other games going on tonight, as it is going to be Plover and Marshfield. How about a round of applause, a pat on the back for Pacelli head coach and Plover Black Sox manager Wayne Sankey. Wayne and the Pacelli Cardinals won their state semifinal earlier this morning, thumping Edgar 14-2, and they will take on Johnson Crick, who beat Pittsville. It's been one of those days. 6-2. So, again, congratulations to Justin Rayburn and the Pittsville Panthers, Logan Zickert, Ben Friday, and the rest of the seniors on a tremendous career, ending at a state appearance earlier this morning. But Wayne Sankey coached his team in Pacelli to a state semifinal win, and then drove back up to coach Plover tonight in Legion baseball before going to the state championship on Thursday morning. Our other game will be Stevens Point and Wausau. We had originally had a doubleheader for Wausau yesterday against Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. A big storm cell came through Athletic Park yesterday. They shut that down, but the Bulldogs lost both of those games yesterday to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. And it's going to be an interesting season for Coach Tom Magnuson and the Post 10 Bulldogs. We'll get into that and all the nuances of what's going to be happening with Wausau because of some new scheduling that has taken place at Athletic Park in Wausau this summer that has that has put a wrinkle in the Legion schedule for Wausau. We are about to get underway here in just a moment. Here we'll hear from our friends from Next Step Prosthetics. Come back with your starting lineups and national anthem. You're watching Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, we'll go through starting lineups here. First for the Everest Post 492 Ball Club. Batting first in right field, number 11 is Ty Rohde. Batting second in left field is number 1, Brendan Hochberger. Batting third and behind the plate, number 2, Cole Van Slyke. Batting fourth and in center field, number 5, J.J. Lewis. Batting fifth and at second base, number 9, Ryan Scholes. Batting sixth at first base, Aiden Haupt. Batting seventh at DH is Carter Miller. Batting eighth and at third base, number 7, Maddox Wyro. And batting ninth and at shortstop is number 20, George Jablonski. Doing the pitching tonight is Cole O'Brien. And for the home Wisconsin Rapids Post 9 Rangers, Everest is coached by Riley Pazer. For Wisconsin Rapids, batting first in left field is Landon Freeman. Batting second at second base is Ethan Dillingham. Batting third and on the mound is Brett Simonson. Batting fourth in right field, number 11, Matthew Vollert. Batting fifth and in center field is number 16, Jordan Seligowski. Batting sixth at first base, Josh Tokarski. Batting seventh at third base is Jarrett Seligowski. Adam Bouchard bats eighth. He's behind the plate. And J.J. Oswald is the shortstop for Cord Helber and the Post 9 Rangers. As they go through the starting lineups here for Everest, Rapids will host Plover tomorrow. We currently do not have that game on our schedule, but looking for a play-by-play broadcaster for you. And if we cannot, then you can follow along on Game Changer as we finish up the starting lineups here for Everest. Again, last year, a big shout-out to Everest as they were the hosts of the regional last year, and they did a tremendous job. Riley Pazer and company up there in Schofield. Always a beautiful field up there at Simon Field. And two of their players from last year that made a big impact, part of the Everest Legion team, Nate Langben, who went to Wichita State as a pitcher, and Keegan Jerschley, who was I think he went to South Dakota State. They're both playing for the Wausau Woodchucks this year. So congratulations to them, and good luck the rest of the summer. And it's breezy, but can't complain, that's for sure, as we get into our Legion coverage this summer. Mike, we have one more high school game for you coming up on Thursday. That's a Division IV state championship baseball game. Holy mackerel. That'll be Pacelli and Johnson Crick. Again, just according to the weather app that I look at here, everybody was complaining on where's this hot weather. Well, it's coming. Friday 83, Saturday and Sunday in the mid-90s. So enjoy it. And then storm chances on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. 79 degrees right now. Slight wind out of the north, so we'll see how things pan out here. Yeah, DC Everest, the winners of the Wisconsin Valley High School Baseball Conference.
Number 12, Ron Board.
Ron Board got the win yesterday on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids at Stevens Point, one of a couple of Assumption Royals.
At second base, number 7, Ethan Dillingham. Starting pitcher tonight for the Rangers, number 8, Brett Simonson. In right field, number 11, Matthew Vollert. Center field, number 16, Jordan Seligowski. At first base, number 19, Josh Dekarski. At third base, number 14, Jarrett Seligowski. The catcher, number 13, Adam Bouchard. At shortstop, number 9, J.J. Oswald. And also welcome head coach Court Halber and his assistant coaches Ryan Rodriguez and Bill Oswald. And now for just a moment, I ask for your complete and undivided attention for one announcement, which is for all players, all coaches, all fans. If you understand what the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship is truly all about, you will know without a doubt that trash talk violates the Legion's Code of Sportsmanship. Trash talk toward umpires, toward opponents, toward fans from the other team, toward opposing coaches. Like all other trash talk belongs in trash containers permanently. If you win the game but stink up the place with arrogant words, you have totally missed the main reason American Legion Baseball even exists. And so to everyone here, be glad you can be here tonight. Be glad you are as healthy as you are. And to the players, be glad you can play and compete. And to the fans, be glad you can watch your sons and grandsons be part of this great sport. Because true winners are not decided by the numbers on the scoreboard. Conduct and attitude decide true winners, and always will. And now to honor America, would you please rise for our national anthem? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Our umpires for tonight's game, behind the plate will be Eric Brost, and doing the infield will be Mark Brost. And we want to acknowledge we have a wonderful group of sponsors here in Wisconsin Rapids for American Legion Baseball here in 2025.
All right, here we
And
go.
there are different levels of giving, and every
Ty
level
Rode
is
will lead
important,
things off
but I just wanna
for
mention
Everest,
some
followed
of
by
these.
Brennan Hochberger.
Grand Slam level,
Cole Van Slyke, J.J. Lewis
$1,500
for the
sponsors
Post
and
492
ratings
Ball
free.
Club here tonight.
Williams Plumbing and Heating, Links Contracting Incorporated, and Wheelers, and we thank them very much for their contributions. Under the home
As
run
we
level, from 1,000 to 1,499, the following
Marshfield and
sponsors.
Plover.
State Farm
Marshfield, one of the
Insurance,
teams that
Harry Van
is
Nurse
expected to make a
is the
big,
agent, James Dunn, and then Jerome or Jerry and
as
Susan Crawford.
to make a big splash this summer
We'll get the rest of
in
them
Legion
listed
baseball. A
for you
lot
as
of guys
time
coming
allows.
back, a lot of phenomenal high school athletes. Ty Rode will lead things off for Everest here tonight.
Leading off for DC Everest, right fielder, number 11, Ty Rode.
Ty bats left. Brett Simonson on the mound for Post 9. The first pitch tonight comes in at 7:10 from Brett, and that's foul straight back. And we are underway. Against teammates alongside Braden Sutter tonight from the Quadplex on this windy afternoon or windy evening. And the 0-1 from Brett. Line to left. There's a base hit to start off the game. Cut off out there by Landon Freeman, but a leadoff base hit for Ty Rode, and Everest has their first base runner. Opposite field base hit. That'll bring up Brennan Hochberger. Runner at first now.
Left fielder, number 1, Brennan Hochberger.
Good start here for Everest. Squares the bunt. It gets over Bouchard's head on the wild pitch. Everest with something cooking here in the top of the first inning. Cole Van Slyke waiting on deck. Rode leads from second after the single and the wild pitch. He squares that time, pops it up. Simonson doesn't look at the runner. It gets the out at first. Sacrifice bunt is successful. And there's one away here in the first inning for the catcher, Cole Van Slyke. That's a good bunt there by Brennan. Brett didn't have much time to look back the runner.
DC
And
Everest
Rode
catcher,
took
number
third
2,
on the
Cole
easy
Van Slyke.
sacrifice bunt. Now Cole Van Slyke, the catcher. Runner at third and one out. Inside corner, good for a strike. It's 0-1. Last I joined you was down in Madison for the Division IV state softball tournament and or state championship. Unbelievable pitching week. Going to be hit right back to Simonson, and now they got Rode in a rundown. Simonson's going to go right at him. Seligowski takes it, and over to Bouchard. They're going to tag him. The throw to second is not in time. But the rundown run to perfection. Van Slyke reaches on the fielder's choice. Rode is out on the 1-5-2 putout, and there's two away now for J.J. Lewis. They'll have a courtesy runner here. Nope, they won't. He just had to get his elbow band off. Well, maybe not. Coach Pazer was waiting for somebody to go. Looks like Hayden Grzinski, number 16. 16, I
Runner
believe.
at second base for DC Everest, number 16, Hayden Grzinski.
All right, runner at second now with two outs after
Runner for DC
all of
Everest,
that.
center fielder, number 5, J.J. Lewis.
J.J. Lewis at the plate now with the runner at second and two outs. Simonson able to get the leadoff base hit. Brett kicks and fires, misses low and away. The game that I did, Mishicot and Picelli had a combined 34 strikeouts in that game. Kieran Sanford from Mishicot, setting a state record, and Bouchard drops the ball. Pass ball there, and it's 2-0 now. Right off the end of Adam Bouchard's glove. Runner at second now, and runner at third now, and 2 outs. 2-0 count to J.J. Lewis. Gonna be hit hard to left. Freeman in on it and makes the catch to end the first inning. No runs on a base hit. A lot of action in the first half inning. We played a half inning. It's Everest nothing. Rapids coming up. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
So a lot happened in that first half inning. Tyrone singled, got to second on a wild pitch, got to third on a sacrifice bunt, and then Cole Van Slyke bounced it back to Brett Simonson on the mound. Brett looked back Rhodey, who was taking off for home, tagged him out between Adam Bouchard tagged him out between third and home. And then J.J. Lewis tattooed one to left, and it was caught by Landon Freeman. And speaking of Landon, he will lead things off here for Wisconsin Rapids, followed by Ethan Dillingham and Brett Simonson. From head to toe for all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. Thank you all for tuning in here tonight on Zaleski Sports. It's been another tremendous year here on Zaleski Sports, as just mentioned it, our high school coverage about to wrap up. Wrap up tomorrow.
Leading off the Ranger first inning, left fielder number 6, Landon Freeman.
Landon Freeman to lead things off. First offering from Cole O'Brien, misses high and away. Cole kicks and fires. That one gets through the wickets of Van Slyke. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Landon Freeman. Outside corner pops him it. 2 balls and a strike now to Landon. Followed by Ethan Dillingham, Brett Simonson, Matthew Vollert, Jordan Seligowski, Josh Tokarski, Jarrett Seligowski, Adam Bouchard, and J.J. Oswald. The 2-1. Fouls it out of play down the left field line, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Metallico in Wisconsin Rapids is one of North America's largest aluminum built and slab producers. Come get to know Metallico and how their mission, visions, and values set them apart. Find your future job on Metallico and apply online at Metallico.com. The 2-2 coming back. High, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Landon Freeman. Kicks and fires home. Half swing there over to Scholes at second, and the putout is recorded by Ryan Scholes. 1 up and 1 down now for Ethan Dillingham. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality that you can trust.
Second baseman, number 7, Ethan Dillingham.
And now Ethan Dillingham, the second baseman, against Cole O'Brien. Right in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 coming home. Ooh, a spinner in there for a strike. Off speed, or the breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Brett Simonson on deck. No balls and 2 strikes. Kicks, fires home, fouls it out of play down the right field line. Brett Simonson on deck. Hochberger in the left, Lewis in center, and Rhodey in right for Everest. They're green and yellow as their high school colors. Popped up to right, Rhodey, foul territory, drifting and making the catch for out number 2. Wyra over at third, Jablonski at short, Scholes at second, and Hopped at first. Cole Van Slyke behind the plate for Cole O'Brien. That'll bring up Brett Simonson, the pitcher. Brett, a first-team all-conference member as a pitcher for this spring season. Pops it in there for a strike. O'Brien comes set. Fires back home, outside and high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. O'Brien stares in the 1-1 back to Simonson, fouls into the mitts. One ball and 2 strikes. Kicks and fires back home. Breaking ball missed high, and it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. O'Brien kicks back in the 2-2. Breaking ball, that one stayed high. Count runs full. Second full count at bat for Cole O'Brien so far in this first inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. And missed inside in a 2-out walk. And Rapids has their first base runner today for Matthew Vollert, the right fielder. They'll bring in a runner here for Simonson. That'll be Brett Fox coming in to run.
Rangers, number 22, Brett Fox.
Brett coming in to run for Brett Simonson. Matthew Vollert, Jordan Seligowski on deck.
Right fielder, number 11, Matthew Vollert.
Fox from first with 2 outs for Matthew Vollert. Behind the fastball, O'Brien threw it past him and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Vollert. Not much for Fox at first. O'Brien stares at him 3 times and the 0-1. Passed him again, 0-2. Cole not messing around here. No balls and 2 strikes. Missed outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Cole O'Brien, a big part of that Everest spring season. The 1-2. Fouls it at the plate off of Van Slyke. And we're good to go and back at it here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Matthew Vollert. Jordan Seligowski on deck for Wisconsin Rapids. Fox from first, the 1-2. Spun him in there and got him for the first strikeout to end the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left via the walk. We played an inning complete. It's scoreless here in Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Sparks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing.
Scholes and hopped out the 5 and 6 hitters. Carter Miller at the plate, the DH for Everest here tonight. Simonson kicks and fires, chops it over to Coach Pazer at third, and it's 0-2. Maddox Wyro on deck for Everest. The 0-2. Fouls it off the knuckles. And it remains there at 0-2. Landon Freeman in left, Jordan Seligowski in center, and Matthew Vollert in right for Rapids. Jared Seligowski at third, J.J. Oswald at short, Ethan Dillingham at second, and Josh Tokarski at first. That's going to be hit to Jordan Seligowski in center. Takes a couple of hop steps back and ends the second inning. 3 up, 3 down. We played an inning and a half. It's still scoreless. Good to go to break, or should I keep it here?
In the inning.
All right, we'll be back after this. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
5, 6, and 7 here for Rapids in the home half of the second inning. Reminder that Whitetail Properties Real Estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. Jordan Seligowski, Josh Tokarski, and Jarrett Seligowski for Wisconsin Rapids here in the home half of the second. Spurs back in action, I think, tonight on the north side of Chicago. Brewers lead the Chicago Cubs 2-0. 3 in Chicago this weekend, and then they're heading to Minneapolis for a weekend series with the Twins. Me and my better half going to the game on Sunday afternoon at Target Field in Minneapolis. No balls and a strike. Outside corner again, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Cole O'Brien comes set. The righty stares in and fires home. high heater and got him swinging, and there's one away here in the second. Striking number 2 for Cole O'Brien. That'll bring up Josh Tokarski.
First baseman, number 19.
Josh, a graduate returner for the Post 9 Rangers. First offering to Josh. Misses low for a ball. It's 1-0. Stevens Point and Wausau about to get underway on Zaleski Sports. Plover and Marshfield as misses outside and out of the mid of Van Slyke. They are scoreless at Jack Hackman Field and Marshfield as well. No, maybe not for long. No, they are. Popped up to the left. And the 2-0. 3-0 now to Josh Tokarski. My apologies. Marshfield leading now Plover 2-0. There's one right down 8th Street for a strike. 3-1. Josh, one of the graduate returners for the Post 9 Rangers. The 3-1. Got him again on the outside corner. O'Brien's fought all the way back. Count runs full now at 3-2. Jarrett Seligowski on deck. O'Brien fires back, comes all the way back, and, just missed. Wow. Not by much, and Rapids has a one-out base runner for Jarrett Seligowski, the third baseman. May have dropped just a touch low.
Third baseman, number 14, Jarrett Seligowski.
Inside, almost nicked him, and it's 1-0. Off the knuckles and a foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Score from Sunrise, Florida, with the Florida Panthers up 3-2 on the Edmonton Oilers. The Panthers up early, 1-0 with a win. The Panthers claim the Stanley Cup, and the Stanley Cup stays in the United States for another year. It's been over 30 years since the Canadians have won the Stanley Cup. One ball and 2 strikes here to Seligowski. And got him looking on the outside corner. Striking number 3 for Cole O'Brien. There's 2 away now for Adam Bouchard.
Ranger catcher, number 13, Adam Bouchard.
Offering home, high heater. Tomahawked it, did Bouchard. Tomahawked at it, did Bouchard. No balls and a strike to Bouchard. O'Brien fires. Inside corner. Nearly went around. Did it hit him? It hit him. So a hit by pitch, and Bouchard will head down to first base. Tried to check his swing, it looked like. And now they're going to talk about it. And they're going to say it's a foul ball. Yeah, and that's a very nice job coming together, and getting the call correct. Absolutely. And 3 balls out of the strike zone, and Bouchard goes after all 3 of them. And O'Brien strikes out the side here in the second. 3 up, 3 down. We've played 2. Still scoreless. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we go to the third. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 for Everest here. As the
for DC Everest, third baseman, number 7,
we're still scoreless. One hit has been recorded. Ground ball, backhanded by Dillingham at second. And one up and one down there for Maddox Wyro. And that'll bring up George Jablonski, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 20, George Jablonski.
Spinner missed outside, 1-0 to Jablonski. Top of the order, Ty Rohde, the only hit recorded so far tonight for either side, is on deck. Missed high that time, 2-0. The 2-0 here to Jablonski. Inside, 3-0. The number 9 hitter, George Jablonski. 3-0, walked him on 4 pitches. That's a tough break there for Brett Simonson. The first walk issued, and it's to the number 9 hitter. That'll bring up Ty Rohde, who singled to left his last time up.
Top of the order for DC Everest, right fielder Ty Rohde.
First offering. High chopper to first. Tokarski's going to take it at first for the out. On the 3 unassisted. There's 2 away now as Jablonski takes second for Brennan Hochberger.
Left fielder Brennan Hochberger.
Hochberger had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Drops low, 2-0. Simonson back at it. Fly ball to right. Vollert is over on it. Chasing it to the left and makes the catch to end the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left via the walk. We've played 2.5, still scoreless. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup. And Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
J.J. Oswald to lead things off here for Wisconsin Rapids. Here in the home half of the third inning. Oswald fouls it into the screen, and it's 0-2. Have Quality Plus Printing design and print for you. Invitations, tickets, booklets, banners, labels, postcards, programs, and so much more, all done with amazing custom work, quick turnaround time, and awesome customer service. Quality Plus Printing, getting your words out. No balls and 2 strikes. Oswald fouls it into the screen. Oh, and misses low and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopper over to second. Scholes chases it to Oswald. He's going to be out at first. Nice play by Ryan Scholes, and there's 1 away. Here in the home half of the third inning.
Top of the order for the Rangers, left fielder Landon Freeman.
Freeman, a ground ball to Scholes back in the first. Spinner drops low, and it's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Here in the bottom of the third. Ooh. This is low. 2 balls and no strikes. 3-0 now to Freeman. Three balls and no strikes to leadoff hitter for Wisconsin Rapids. And a 4-pitch walk to Freeman. Third walk issued. Light's not quite on here yet at the Quadplex.
Second baseman, Ethan.
That'll bring up Ethan Dillingham. He flew out to Rhodey in right field his first time up. There's a strike to Ethan. 0-1. Richie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Nakusa, Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in personal service at Richie Funeral Home or find them online at richiefuneralhome.com. Ground ball to third. It's just foul. Not by much. Hochberger went over to play it thinking it was still a fair ball. Good hustle over there by Brennan. did not miss by much down the third base line. Marshfield 2, Plover nothing in their game at Jack Hackman Field, the home of next year's state tournament. 0-2 here to Dillingham. Freeman at first. Oh, and that one hit him on the hands. No argument there from the Everest side. Runners at first and second now with one out for Brett Simonson. When plumbing goes wrong, where can you turn? The answer is simply Williams Plumbing and Heating. For new construction or remodel and working with residential or commercial, you can put your trust in Williams Plumbing and Heating in Wisconsin Rapids. Now Brett Simonson, who walked back in the first. O'Brien drops one low for a ball. O'Brien stares in, just tosses 50th pitch of the night. Again, Legion, you're allowed 105 comparatively to 100 in high school. Simonson behind the fastball. O'Brien got to pass him, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two on and 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Rapids still looking for their first hit. Drops it low again, 2-1. Econ Electric is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider since 1970. Wisconsin Rapids and surrounding areas have turned to Econ Electric. That's Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. The 2-1 to Brett. Cole stares in and fires home. Away, 3-1. Matthew Vollert on deck. Good crowd here tonight at the Quadplex. The 3-1 to Brett. And walked him. Second walk of the inning for Cole O'Brien. Now the bases are loaded for Matthew Vollert. And Brett Fox will come in. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Matthew Vollert at the plate with the bases loaded. Infield plays in. Vollert's behind the fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fouls it off of Van Slyke. And O'Brien's ahead 0-2. Cole O'Brien comes set. Kicks and fires on the 0-2. Pops it up to right center field. J.J. Lewis over on it. He's going to make the catch. The runner is tagging from third. The throw up the line. And coming in to score will be Landon Freeman. And Brett Fox is going to be out at second. So Landon Freeman will score on the sacrifice fly to center field. Voller will be credited with the RBI, and then Brett Fox will be out at second base. Rapids gets on the board. Still no hits for the Rangers, but Rapids leads 1-0. We've played 3 complete. We've got a score. Rangers 1, Everest 0. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we got 3, 4, and 5 coming up for Everest here in the visitor half of the 4th inning. We appreciate you all tuning in and making us part of your Tuesday night. The WIA Baseball State Tournament taking place at the Fox City Stadium in Appleton. Ground ball to Dillingham at second. Steps and throws out the catcher, Cole Van Slyke, for the first out. Nice play by Ethan Dillingham. 1 up and 1 down. State baseball tournament, as I mentioned, going on. A lot of upsets yesterday. You ready here? One of the only lower seeds or higher seeds that won yesterday. Hamilton, Sussex Hamilton beat Oak Creek 6-1, and then Badger put a stomping on Hudson yesterday, 14-3. That was an 8-1. Then Hartford beat Hortonville 4-1. That was a 6-3. And then Muskego 7 and Sun Prairie 2. So Hamilton and Badger tomorrow, Hartford and Muskego. Line drive to Oswald at second, and he makes a shoestring catch, or at short, pardon me, and he makes a shoestring catch. 2 up and 2 down. Division 3, Kewanee, the 3 seed. WIA, I don't think has this right. Kewanee, the 3 seed, beat Fenimore 5-3, but then in the other one, it says Kenosha St. Joe's 14, Barron 4. But on the state championship one, it says Kewanee versus Barron. Barron got run ruled by Kenosha St. Joe. Line drive to left and right at Landon Freeman. Quick moving 4th inning, halfway through this one already here in Wisconsin Rapids. It's 1-0 Rangers. You're watching Legion Baseball, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfein Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com
Jordan Seligowski to lead things off here in the home half of the fourth inning. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The game's tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. Aquinas will take on Seymour. New Berlin Eisenhower will take on the Beavers from Reedsburg. Ground ball to Jablonski at short. And George throws out Jordan Seligowski for the first out. That's Division II, and then championship Saturday. Johnson Crick against Bocelli. Kewanee against Kenosha St. Joe's. And then the winner of tomorrow's Division II sectional or state semis. And then Division I state semis are tomorrow afternoon. Again, all weather permitting. First one from O'Brien misses high for a ball to Josh Tokarski. He walked back in the second. Did Josh. 1-0 is swung on and missed. Stevens Point and Wausau not yet underway. It usually means the junior legions went a little bit longer. Breaking ball and a beauty as 1-2. Brewers 2, Cubbies 1 in the top of the fourth inning. The 1-2 coming back. Checked his swing and missed away. That's one of those that you don't wish to ever strike out, but if you strike out and it gets past, it'd be a tad bit easier to truck down to first base. The 2-2 here to Tokarski. And swung on and missed. Strikeout number 5 for Cole O'Brien, and there's 2 away here in the fourth for Jarrett Seligowski. Coming up tomorrow on Zaleski Sports. Again, you can check out all these schedules. Eau Claire is at Stevens Point for a Legion doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock. Spinner missed outside. The Plover Pterodactyls will be in Marshfield to take on the Chaparrals at 7:15 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock or so. Check his swing and successfully did. And then our first American Legion softball game of the year will be tomorrow night at Madison Field in Marshfield. Rhinelander and Marshfield Post 54 American Legion softball. The 2-0 to Seligowski, way behind it. 2-1. One nothing Rapids here in the bottom of the fourth. Missed high, 3-1. And dropped low again. 5th walk to go along with 5 strikeouts for Cole O'Brien. There's 2 away now for Adam Bouchard.
Ranger catcher Adam Bouchard.
Bouchard struck out. Back in the second inning. That one bounces away. Throw down to second, not in time. Good backup there by Jablonski. That one bounced and ricocheted off of Bouchard. One ball, no strikes here to Adam. Kicks and fires. Looked good, but Van Slyke was set up on the other side of the plate. Had to come back and make the catch. So Legowski will get to third. Let's see what he got here. It looked like it hit, sounded like it hit off the glove of Van Slyke. 3-0 now to Bouchard. J.J. Oswald on deck. 3 balls and no strikes. O'Brien back home. Strike on the outside corner. Same thing that happened on the breaking ball that missed inside. Van Slyke was set up one place. O'Brien put it somewhere else and still got the strike call that time. Last time it was a ball. Bouchard. Jablonski at short. Off balance to first. Got him! George Jablonski with a nice play. Aiden hopped on the other end. Stretches to retire Bouchard. No runs, still no hits. 1 left on. We've played 4. Still 1-0 Rapids. You are watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedSliver.com.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MedaCustom.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, we're already in the 5th here. Lights have come on here at the Quadplex. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Everest. Going up against Brett Simonson here in the top of the 5th. Reminder that Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Aiden Hopp will lead things off. Popped out to Dekarski back in the 2nd inning. Simonson, the righty, hits the outside corner. Brett heading to the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point in the fall. The 0-1. A nasty breaking ball is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Speaking of Athletic Park, earlier before our game had started, and the scheduling conflicts that Wausau will have for their Legion this year. And the 1-2 is grounded over to Dillingham, and a wild throw there by Ethan Dillingham. He had much longer to play that. He had much longer to play that than he had thought. He had a lot longer to play that ball than he thought, and then he threw it away.
Designated hitter, Carter Miller.
That'll bring up Carter Miller, a fly out to center field back in the 2nd inning. To right field, that's trouble. That's going to get down for a base hit. Hobbs is going to go from 1st to 3rd. And now Everest has some cooking with nobody out here in the 5th inning. Coach Halber out to have a conversation with his infield. ShedsDeliver.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Runners will be at the corners and nobody out here for Everest. Maddox Wyrow grounded out to second base to start the third inning, followed by George Jablonski for Everest. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Maddox Wyrow, the third baseman, at the plate with nobody out. The right-handed hitter.
Third baseman, Maddox Wyrow.
See if Coach Pazer's got something up his sleeve here. Quick release there by Simonson. It's 0-1. Miller at first, hopped at third for Everest here in the top of the fifth. Looks at his runners, goes home, ground ball up the middle. To second, Oswald for one, across in time, the double play, but Everest does score. 6-3 double play for J.J. Oswald. Aiden Hopt, who reached on an error, scores. And there's two away now for George Jablonski.
Shortstop, George Jablonski.
First one misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Rapids will have 9-1-2 due up in the home half of the fifth. We are now tied at 1. Rapids still looking for their first hit. Jablonski looks at a ball outside. Hasn't found a strike yet against George tonight. The 2-0. High heater swung on and missed. Brett works quickly again. Ground ball over to Oswald. Tough play for JJ. On the run. Off balance. Picked by Tokarski at first. Couple nice plays by J.J. Oswald on the other end. Josh Tokarski picking it out of the turf to retire the side here in the fifth. But a run comes across on a hit. One error and nobody left. We played 4.5. 1-1, our new score. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, 9-1-2 here in the home half of the fifth inning for Wisconsin Rapids. J.J. Oswald to lead things off. J.J. grounded out to Ryan Scholes back in the third inning.
Leading off the Ranger fifth inning, shortstop J.J. Oswald.
Oswald to lead things off. The speedy left-hander looks at a ball low and in. Can be hit right back up the middle, off the glove of Cole O'Brien, and Rapids has a base runner. Look out, Cole. And the first base hit of the day for Wisconsin Rapids comes in the bottom of the fifth from J.J. Oswald.
top of the order for the Rangers.
That'll bring up Landon Freeman. Landon grounded out and walked. Scored the lone run for Wisconsin Rapids back in the third. Squares the bunt. Gets it down third base side. Wyro to first. Gets the out there. And the sacrifice bunt is successful. There's one away here in the fifth inning with the speedy J.J. Oswald at second base with one out for Ethan Dillingham.
Second baseman, Ethan Dillingham.
Ethan popped out and has been hit by a pitch. The offering home. Drops low for a ball, 1-0. Fill your home with best from home furniture. They got locations on Grand Avenue here in Wisconsin Rapids as well as Post Road in Plover. The 1-0. Ground ball to short. Jablonski is going to go to third for the out, and he got him. George Jablonski gets the lead runner, Oswald. And there's two away. Dillingham reaches on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Brett Simonson. Smart play by the Everest shortstop.
Pitcher Brett Simonson.
And now Ethan Dillingham at first with two outs. Misses inside. Brett has been walked a couple of times today. The 1-0 popped up to shallow left center field. Hochberger over on it in left field, makes the catch. It ends the fifth inning. No runs, one hit, one left. We played 5. We're tied at 1. You're watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
One, 2, and 3 due up here for Everest in the visitor half of the sixth inning. It'll be Rhodey, Hochberger, and Van Slyke for Everest. Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Place your comfort at home is our highest priority. Not too hot, not too cold. That's the plan with Rapid Sheet Metal in Wisconsin Rapids. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Breaking ball is swung on and missed there by Rhodey. Single to lead off the game and grounded out to first. Pardon me. The 0-1 fouls it off again. 0-2.
We'll be announcing the winner of the 50-50 when we get a break. Have your tickets ready.
No balls and 2 strikes. Kicks and fires home. Fly ball to center. Seligowski got a bad read on it. No 2 pitch as Rhodey singles back up the middle. Brennan Hochberger sacrifice bunt and a fly out. It was 2 at-bats today.
Left fielder Brennan Hochberger.
First offering, back up the middle. Dillingham underhands it, bobbles it to second across, not in time, and Oswald throws it away. Hodgeberger will take second. A bad play there by the young shortstop. Rhodey is out on the ground out. Hodgeberger reaches on the fielder's choice and then gets the second on the error. Cole Van Slyke now.
Catcher Cole Van Slyke.
With a runner in scoring position, one out here for Everest. Outside corner pops him in, 0-1. The 0-1 back from Brett. Line drive to right. That one's going to get down, and it's going to be cut off by Vollert, but an RBI base hit from Cole Van Slyke, and Everest has the lead. RBI single for Cole Van Slyke, and Everest leads 2-1. And they'll bring in a runner here for the catcher, Van Slyke. And back in again will be number 16, Hayden Grzinski.
The runner at first base for DC Everest, number 16, Hayden Grzinski.
J.J. Lewis now at the plates. Line out to left and a pop out to the shortstop.
Center fielder, J.J. Lewis.
Ty Rhodey, Brendan Hodgeberger scored that run. Lewis looks at a strike, and it's 0-1. Be 4, 5, and 6 for Rapids in the 6th. The 0-1. There goes the runner. Breaking ball down to second. Throws it into center field. And a stolen base for Grzinski. One ball and one strike now to J.J. Lewis. Ground ball to Seligowski at third. Steps, throws, gets the out there. Back across the diamond, and Grzinski slides into third base. Good hustle there by Grzinski. Lewis out on the 5-3, and there's two away now for Ryan Scholes.
Second baseman, Ryan Schultz.
Ryan Scholes now at the plate. Flies it straight back into the screen, and it's 0-1. Scholes, a strikeout and a lineout tonight. In there for a strike again, 0-2. Check to swing. They're going to check down there. No, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everest up 2-1 here in the top of the 6th. Ground ball to Oswald at short. Steps, throws, high throw. Tokarski goes up and makes the catch to end the 6th inning. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left. Everest now leads 2-1 over Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching Legion Baseball, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Matthew Vollert to lead things off. He's got the lone RBI today for Wisconsin Rapids on the sacrifice fly. Behind 0-1 after the foul ball. Spinner in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Vollert. Cole O'Brien kicks, fires, strikes him out. Strike number 6 for Cole, and there's one away here in the 6th. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get you back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Let's bring up Jordan Seligowski. A strikeout and a ground out tonight for Jordan. Cole O'Brien has settled things down, misses high and in. Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids for all your plumbing and heating needs. Why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. Jordan Seligowski ahead 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Inside, high again. 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. O'Brien. There's one right at the belt, and it's 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. And low and away. And a 6th walk to go along with 6 strikeouts. That'll bring up Josh Tokarski, a walk and a strikeout tonight for Josh. Key Savings Bank is banking made easy, from personal banking and wealth management to mortgages, loans, and business banking. We got locations in Wisconsin Rapids and Rome. You'll always have helpful, knowledgeable staff with a smile. Bank local with Key Savings Bank in Wisconsin Rapids. No balls and a strike. Seligowski leads from first with 1 out. Jordan stays put, and Josh way behind it, and it's 0-2. Jarrett Seligowski on deck. No balls and 2 strikes. Cole stares in and fires back. Got him. Looking on the outside corner. 3 pitches, and Josh Tokarski is down via the backwards K, and there's 2 outs now for Jarrett Seligowski.
Third baseman, Jarrett Seligowski.
Jordan leads from first. A nasty breaking ball is swung on and missed. The 0-1. Way behind it. 0-2. Cole O'Brien comes set. Takes a deep breath. Stares in. Still stares. Long pause. The 0-2. Struck out the side. 8th strikeout for Cole O'Brien. A walk in between there, but they leave him stranded. O'Brien strikes out the side here in the 6th. We've played 6. 2-1 Everest. You're watching Legion Baseball, presented by ShedsDelivery.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Aiden Hopp to lead things off here in the visitor half of the 7th. First one in there for a strike, 0-1. Aiden has popped out, reached on an error, and scored. He scored in the 5th. Nasty breaker there, and it's 0-2. Key Savings Bank is banking made easy for personal banking to wealth management to mortgages, loans, and business banking. They got locations in Wisconsin Rapids and Rome. You'll always have helpful, knowledgeable staff with a smile. Bank local with Key Savings Bank in Wisconsin Rapids. I may have already done that one. It's all right. Give them a little extra love. Scoreboard sponsor. Fly ball to right. Fowler to over on it. Makes the catch in fair territory for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down now for Carter Miller. He's singled back in the 5th. Made a Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madacustom.com. That's MADA Custom.com. First one to Carter is in for a strike. Time is called, and we'll reset here. Off the post and foul ball, 0-2. Breaking ball. Ground ball over to Seligowski at third, across and in time to retire Carter Miller. And there's 2 away here in the 7th. Like Carrie Van Hurt with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options to come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Hurt with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids. Maddox Wyro bounced into a 6-3 double play back in the 5th. Throwing. First offering for Wyro, or 2 Wyro is good for a strike. Ground ball over to Jarrett again at third. 3 up, 3 down here in the 7th. Rapids got a little work to do as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 8-9-1 for Wisconsin Rapids. They trail 2-1. You're watching Legion Baseball, presented by ShedsDelivery.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit shedsdelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's shedsdelivered.com. Go today.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, as we go to the bottom of the seventh, Jack Dvorak will be on the mound for Everest. He'll face off with 8-9-1 for Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be Bouchard, Oswald, and Freeman. And whether you're catching a game or gaming with friends, Slayer's fiber-fast internet gives you the edge. As it looks like Carson Orheim will hit here for Wisconsin Rapids. But whether you're catching a game or gaming with friends, Slayer's fiber fast internet gives you the edge. No buffering, no delays, just smooth, reliable service from a local company you can trust. Get connected today at slayers.net. Bouchard was 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out.
Leading off the Rangers, 7th inning, number 21, Carson Orheim.
Carson Orheim to lead things off here for Wisconsin Rapids against Jack Dvorak. Orheim over to third. Gobbled up there by Wyro. 1 pitch, 1 out for Dvorak. Going to bring up J.J. Oswald. That'll give us a chance to remind you that Investor's Choice is Wisconsin Rapids' choice for financial investments. Understanding markets and helping you keep a well-rounded financial well-being is as simple as visiting Investor's Choice for a conversation. That's Investor's Choice of Wisconsin Rapids. First offering to J.J. is in for a strike. Nope, dropped low, 1-0. JJ's got the lone hit for Wisconsin Rapids today. And they're on the inside corner that time for a strike. One ball and 1 strike. Dvorak takes a deep breath and fires. Bounces in there, 2-1. Ski's Meat Market in Stevens Point is the perfect place to find a huge selection of brats, beef, chicken, and more. Get your specialty grocery items, deli meats, and even bring in your wild game. Get all at Ski's Meat Market. Their quality is with the stop. Way out in front was JJ, and he evens it up at 2-2. The 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Over on it is Scholes. Steps, throws, safe at first. And 1 out infield base hit for J.J. Oswald. There's 1 away now for Landon Freeman. They're in the top of the 7th at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield Blue Devils 2, Plover nothing. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, in for a strike anyway, and it's 0-1. Runner at first and 1 out. We'll be back with you on Thursday. Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks will take on the Everest Merchants. 7 o'clock start. Flies it out of play, and it's 0-2. We'll get the camera brightness figured out before Thursday for sure. Runner at first is J.J. Oswald. Very good speed over at first. Ethan Dillingham on deck. The 0-2 here to Landon. Missed high, and it's 1-2. Dvorak stares in, fires back. Now it nearly hits Freeman. Oswald will take second on the wild pitch. Two balls and 2 strikes to Landon Freeman. Dvorak in relief of Cole O'Brien, who is at 95 pitches. Oswald stands at second with 1 out. The 2-2 to Landon. Missed inside again. Counter runs full to the Rapids left fielder. Full count here to Landon Freeman. The 3-2 back to Landon. Fouls it up and out of play. JJ with phenomenal speed stands at second with 1 out. JJ at second. The payoff coming back here to Freeman from Dvorak. The 3-2 back. Going to be grounded over to Jablonski at short. Across and not in time, and it gets past. It gets past Haupt. Oswald will score, and we're tied in the 7th. The error by Jablonski. And we are tied here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jablonski looked over to Oswald, who he gunned down at third base earlier, and then threw one low to Haupt at first. It got past him, and we are tied here in the 7th. Error on Jablonski, and now there's a runner at second with 1 out for Wisconsin Rapids, Ethan Dillingham. Dillingham today a fly out, hit by a pitch, and a fielder's choice. We are tied in the 7th. After a ground ball, a single, and then an error. Jablonski, who back in the 5th inning, very similar play where he gunned down J.J. Oswald at third base. He looked over to third, this time decided to go over to first, and threw one low, and Haupt was unable to pick it out. The first offering here to Dillingham. Drops low for a ball. Freeman with good speed at second. Rapids trying to win in dramatic fashion here, as it seems like they have done so often against Everest. Ground ball to third. Wow, what a play over there at third base by Wyro. Wow, what a play by Maddox. Freeman gets to third on the ground out. 2-away now for Brett Simonson. That was a heck of a play by Maddox Wyro over at third base. Now Brett Simonson. They're going to put Brett on. Yep. They're going to intentionally walk Brett Simonson. Now Matthew Vollert 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts and a sacrifice fly. Would assume Brett would not stay put very for very long. Going to be hit, fouled into the screen. It's 0-1. The 0-1 from Dvorak. That one gets wild. Freeman's going to try and score. Head first slide, and it's over. Wisconsin Rapids walks it off on the wild pitch. 3-2 Wisconsin Rapids. 2 runs here in the 7th. And as they have done so often here in Wisconsin Rapids, they win in dramatic fashion over DC Everest. Wow, what an ending here tonight in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll have our Key Savings Bank postgame show coming up next. We'll be back after this. You've been watching Legion Baseball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, they're like, "Oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events." So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for the local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where we raise money specifically for that event through our whole sponsorships and games that we play.
My employees right now are all very active in participating in literally hundreds of events over the last 2 years that make Key Savings Bank a part of this community. We think that's very important.
Are you looking, getting back for the camera here?
All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids, post 9 with an exciting win tonight. Coach, I mentioned it right before I came down here. Every year against Everest, it's a grind, and tonight no different. Just able to get a couple of hits tonight, but able to pull off a big conference win. Just talk about the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we had no business winning that game. I mean, Everest played a really good game. They're a really good ball club, and they deserved to win that game. And I mean, that's just how baseball. We got a couple bounces at the end there, and got a little lucky and came out ahead.
And never bad to have a guy like Brett Simonson on the mound, of course, but also just the batting order. You have a speeder at the bottom of the order with JJ. Just talk about how much of a blessing that is.
Yeah, I mean, him getting on 2 times there to score some runs was huge, and his speed at the bottom of the order is just big, and then we got speed at the top of the order, so then it just keeps rolling there. But yeah, like you said, Brett threw a very good game, and so did O'Brien. We had 2 really good pitchers, and it was fun to watch.
3 conference games in 3 days. Got Plover coming into town tomorrow. I mean, no rest for the weary. Just talk about getting all these conference games in early.
Yeah, well, we got tightened down our defense. We're having too many errors too early in the season, but I know it's early, so we got time to work on it. But we just got to get rid of that, and we'll be all right.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you, Landon. Just talk about getting the win here tonight.
You know, it was a tough battle tonight. Definitely didn't get as many hits as we could have, but you know, we battled till the end, and we ended up being able to get it done just by fighting till that last pitch.
Hey, you guys, of course, a couple of tough losses to these guys in the spring, but new season, same opponent, but just talk about knocking these guys off.
Yeah, I mean, they have a good team, definitely. Got to give them credit for that. We have a lot of guys now. We got a couple kids from Assumption, a couple college kids coming back, and it's definitely helping the team in all aspects. That's definitely helpful, and those guys are what help us get it done. Like tonight, for example, they definitely helped in that win, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, like I just talked to Courts about 3 conference games in 3 days. You got Plover coming in. Doesn't get much easier. Just talk about taking on the Black Sox tomorrow.
Oh yeah, playing all these conference games is definitely tough. It's tough on the body, but summer ball, you gotta love it, man. I love playing baseball, and I think all these guys do. We just enjoy playing every day, so we like to play as many games as we can, get them in.
Perfect. Put you in the house, all right?
Okay.
Give me this. I'll back out of the way here. Go ahead.
My name is Landon Freeman, and I'm in the house. Oh. Sorry about that.
No, perfect. It's perfect. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, with that, we're going to sign things off here from Wisconsin Rapids, post 9 with a 3-2 win over Everest here tonight. And we're going to sign off. We'll see you again on Thursday. It's going to be the same 2 cities. It'll be Wisconsin Rapids and DC Everest in Men's League, Dairyland League Baseball at 7 o'clock. The Red Hawks and the Merchants for Braden Sutter. This is C-Mav signing off. Have a great rest of your night. Talk to you again on Thursday right here on Zaleski Sports.